Well, greetings. Today I'm going to answer a question about obsession spells. We cast a lot of obsession spells ourselves, and some clients have a great result, and other clients, like the client that I'm going to refer to today, feels the effects of the spell himself. And if this is you, this is going to help you if you actually feel the effect from a spell that you casted on someone else, especially a love spell. I'm hoping that this video is going to answer some of those questions that you may have as to why and provide a few solutions for you. It's not going to help you, for example, if you've cast the obsession spell, so some person that you're not already connected with. This isn't really relevant to you because the obsession isn't going to affect you as much as if the person or the target of the spell is somebody that you're emotionally attached to. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so let me get into the question, and I'll just call him A, just to keep your privacy. He says, "Hi, I want to ask, in the past 2 weeks since you cast the spell, I have been feeling and acting strange. In the last week especially, I cannot stop thinking about her. I'm obsessed with her. I dream about her, and it's almost like the spell was cast on me. Is this normal, and can you help me? I feel very vulnerable." Okay, so it is so normal for someone who is really attached to another person to feel like you do if that person has been rejecting you probably for some time, or if this is a pattern or cycle that you're getting into. When you cast the obsession spells, all those emotions that you're probably feeling now by not being with this person, or not having the person that you truly care about reciprocate and help you feel loved and needed, and perhaps you're feeling now lonely and abandoned and rejected by this person. So when an obsession love spell is thrown down, or you throw one down yourself, all of that energy and all those fears are just magnified. And why is this? Well, let me share with you why this is. I'm going to be a nerd for just a second, so just indulge me. It really depends on your attachment style. Now, I know I'm being a therapist for 2 seconds, but this is really important, because when you get this, for many of you, you'll go, aha, now I get it. Because when you look at your attachment style, this is how you have a relationship with another human being. For example, if you are a codependent type of person, you might either you'll probably attach with a dismissive, avoidant person. And the reason why we do this is because we form our relationships based on, or we mirror our relationships based on the models we had in our childhood, our mother and our father, of course. So if you had a mother or a father that was quite dismissive of you and avoidant of your emotional needs, you go and find a partner in real life that is also like that. And what we're really trying to do is work this out in our adult relationships. And until this all makes sense, until you actually have some closure on these relationships, what you'll end up doing is going back and having the same type of damn relationship time and time again. What you really need to do if you're codependent, I'm not saying that you are a codependent, but what you really need is to find somebody who is more of what they call a secure attacher, because what they're going to do is show you how to love in a very positive, healthy way. So you don't have to feel like you're constantly chasing them and getting into the same games I'm sure that you've been playing for a very long time. So a secure attacher, when, for example, if you throw an obsession spell out on them, they're just going to make you feel more loved. Right. But if you throw an obsession spell out on a dismissive avoidant, the way that they may show, I'm not saying that the spell won't be effective on them, but the way they return their affection to you may still not be what you actually need, or the type of relationship that you need in your head. So there's many different elements and really topics there just in and of itself that we could explore. But I'm going to, like in the notes here under the video, I'm going to leave you a quiz. There's many paid attachment style quizzes, but I wanted to give you guys one that was free. It's got nothing to do with us. And feel free to research your own ones and perhaps share them with us, what you find. Probably you can share it on the Black Witch Coven Facebook page, actually, just so other people, I'll put the video up there and you can get in there and perhaps share them there, because I believe we're all a community. We want to help each other, right? But your attachment style will affect your relationships, and it'll affect the way that you receive the energy, the way you hold the energy in your body, and the way the other person can reciprocate once the spell hits them. So just be very mindful of that. So what can you actually do if you're feeling like this right now? You know, it's one thing to go and do the attachment style quiz and realize you're a certain attachment style and understand about your history, but you've just cast a spell and you want a result, right? Well, what you really need to do is, and as a witch or an occultist, you should be doing this all the time anyways, and it's cleansing your energy, your chakras, your meridians, for example. But most importantly, you need to start cutting your energy cords. These are the attachments that you have to other people. And it's just really normally, I'm not saying that it's a bad, for example, when I talk to people all the time, they're wanting positive things from me. Maybe it's knowledge, or maybe I'm receiving knowledge from someone. But at the end of the day, if you don't cut that cord, it's like you're a fish in the ocean and you've got all the hooks in your mouth with all the different fishing lines everywhere. Everybody has a hook in you, and what you're doing is being dragged around with everybody else's. Basically, you're a puppet to everyone else. It's probably a bad analogy, but hey. So what you do is that you energetically cut these cords, and it's the same with the spell casting. You need to cut the cord so you're not feeling the pull of energy from the spell. Now, that doesn't mean the spell isn't going to be effective. It just means you're not going to be dragged around by that energy. So that's probably my biggest tip when it comes to feeling better right now. You pranic healers do it, Reiki, do some Reiki. We, of course, offer it. We've got quite a few people. I just don't have time to do it personally myself, but I absolutely trust my Coven members who do this. But doing those energy cleanses, just so you don't feel so obsessed and tight and go through all of those feelings, such as the vulnerability and the anxiety, and then leading down, of course, into depression from being so needy and perhaps codependent on this person's acknowledgement for your significance. My other most simple tip for someone that's not casting a lot of spells yourself, perhaps we've cast one for you, is to get some type of candle, either a white candle or a blue candle. And what you really need to do is throw all of this energy into the candle. It's a meditation exercise, but there's a lot of power in the flame itself, or releasing through the flame, releasing through meditation. And you're not just releasing the obsession itself, you're also you're absorbing self-love. So you're both pulling and pushing when it comes to the energy. You want the love, the self-love that meditation and energy work can bring towards you. You want that blue healing energy to enter into your body, and you want to push out in and release into the flame what doesn't serve you. How long should you do it for? Well, when you're feeling really obsessed, it's very hard to hold your concentration for a long time. But if you can even do it for 5 minutes every day, and I would physically hold on to the candle, because also you're directing the energy into the candle and you're receiving from the candle as well. But also it helps you focus and concentrate. Of course, if you are experienced in meditation and holding an energy state, you could just allow it to burn. But it's not just setting that candle and letting it burn away. This is a very interactive exercise with the candle to both release and pull in the energy. Okay, so that's my quickest way for someone that's, you know, not everyone out there is practicing witchcraft, but you really want to start releasing this energy. So the candle work and the cleanses are the best way that you can stop with the obsessiveness. And of course, on the mundane level, get over there, understand your attachment style, understand what type of attachment style the other person has, because for your own sanity, you have to know what are the limitations of both of you. And so when you do cast a spell, what are you really expecting that other person to respond, or how they're going to react if their personality type or their attachment style is dismissive? And maybe the best a spell can do is really get them to acknowledge or say, hey, let's go out for a movie. I really like you, let's get it on. But what you really wanted was for them to say, I really want to commit to you and be loving and devoted. But that's just not the way they attach to people. I hope it helped you as well, and I'll catch you next time. Bye for now.